everybody, welcome back to the Gamers Vault, and I'm your host James. Um, let's talk about a couple of things. The first thing is I have a new job, so that's why the videos are becoming like sporadic here and there, and I do apologize for that. There's two things that affect my YouTube channel. One is content, always, right? So, what does that mean? Meaning that I do a lot of repairs and how to's to show you guys how to do your own repairs on your consoles. So you could see how difficult it was for me and see based on that if you want to go ahead and go forth and do it, or you think I'm crazy. You don't want no one to touch your console. Either way, um, yeah, uh, that's what stopped me. I have to always come up with ideas. I have to find out where I can get parts, and of course, the almighty money. YouTube doesn't make we don't make money on YouTube. I will tell you exactly. I have a couple of videos up now. I think from the time of inception of my channel to now, I think I only made a combined of $10. Yeah, YouTube, there is no money. Okay, so I do a lot of these repairs, and a lot of things are done by donations. Others are out of my pocket. Majority of the time, it's out of my pocket. And then the few other ones that I do have are like sponsored, and their sponsors, they have their own thing. They can't keep sponsoring a small channel like mine. But I do appreciate every one of my sponsors, so I don't think that that is not the case. Anyway, that is why it's the lack of content. I'm gonna have more, but I figured while I wait for some of the stuff to be mailed to me, or some of the stuff that I bought to come, give you some fillers. Let's talk about the next episode on the Gamers Vault. The next one I'm going to be doing is on this. As you can see, this is the Sony PSP. This is actually the 1000 model. They made 1000, 2000, 3000 Go, and then they made the E1000. Yeah. So please forgive me. I'm going to go over some facts that I found online, and we're going to go over certain differences, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing with this. This is the 1000 model. Like I said, it has a UMD port, which is what this is. And you put UMD cartridges, and they look like this. If you haven't seen a UMD, this is what they look like. It's a mini CD inside of a case that you put into the PSP, and you play games, like this one. So, the 2000 model, a little bit slimmer, still uses the Memory Pro Stick Duo. I'm going to touch back on that Memory Pro Stick in a minute, but that's what it uses. Both have the 802.11b. That's right, 802.11b. Yeah, slow internet service, but it's internet. Then you get to the PSP Go, and that kind of looks like this. Looks like a credit card slip. And look, it turns on as I go up. See? Turns on. See? It's a little thing. It looks really cool. I got this one for like $30 at a thrift store, and I bought the charger for it because I had to buy the charger for it. It didn't come with it. And I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah, it's in my collection. Unfortunately for this little bastard here, and excuse my language, please, this thing here doesn't really take UMDs. This only took digital content, downloadable content from the Sony store. Guess what? It don't work anymore. So this thing right here is useless. It's gonna be doing exactly what it's gonna be doing on my shelf, sitting there and going, member berries. Member berries. Let's eat the member berries. Anyway, then they made the 2000 model, the 3000 model of each one, and each one of them didn't really change in as far as specs go. Better screen, maybe an OLED screen. One had a video out. One had a serial port. Okay, and the 3000 model had a built-in microphone. Yeah, they all use the same chipset. And believe it or not, the chipset for this is a 333 megahertz, which is pretty cool for the graphics you can get out of this game. So, Kudos to you. This console launched in 2004, and it continued to stay active into 2011. Each one of these are discontinued models. We all know this. Let's see here. I have notes in front of me, guys, so please forgive me if I just go through them. It's just so much that I didn't want to just like miss anything for you guys. The battery life. The battery life on the PSP didn't last long. I think mine lasted about an hour and a half before she died. That's because it was a really crappy battery. They made better ones overall, but the first ones around, they were kind of crappy. Let's see. By the way, this freaking thing right here, time of inception, overall worked really well. It was all $200. So you got this for $200, and you can take your gaming anywhere. And it kind of rivaled the Nintendo DS, the regular DS system. So think about it. It actually is pretty cool to have something like this. The speakers on it were pretty well, and you can download from the store as well as bring your own games. These things were kind of big. Look, I'm going to show you. This is the case. This is to one of my UMD cases. This is Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles, which is Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood, which is Dracula X, guys. In case you guys don't know what Rondo of Blood is, it's Dracula X. That's basically what it is. And yeah, this is what you would have to carry around to keep those CDs. Those UMDs are just CDs in a case. To keep them from being scratched, you had to carry this around. Yeah. The Memory Pro Stick Duo. Let me tell you, Sony, I love you. Okay? But I'm not going to curse, because I don't really want to curse on my channel. I really can't do that. I really want to try to make something of this channel. Why did you change to the proprietary crap that you gave us on the Vita? Even to this day, in the States, it has become discontinued. A 16 gigabyte. You know what? Let's find out. For a Vita, and I'm not trying to veer off too much, guys. I want to give you everything I can about the new episode, but I want to tell you what a 16 gig Vita memory card goes for. Just 16 gigs. I'll use ones on $32. $32 for 16 gigs. Let's get ballsy. Excuse me. Let's see what 64 gigs. Oh, wow. Wow. $100. Yes, you heard me. Ouch. I think my wallet screamed from across my room. $100. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, let's go back to the Memory Pro Stick Duo in here. 256. By the way, it's 256 megabits. You heard that correctly. 512. I mean, I think they made 32s. They were very small. They went in the side of the Vita, which is right here. This one actually has one that came with it. This is a 256 megabyte. So it's actually pretty cool. 256 megabyte. You could still get the cards today. But why would you? Because I found online a card holder. I want to show you. This is the card holder. And what you can do with this is you can stick micro SD cards. And depending on where you get them from, you can get pretty big ones. But I'm not going to go that far. The console, the PSP was one of its kind, okay? People loved it. The 1000 model, the 2000 model. When it got to the 3000 model and the Go, it was mixed reviews. It was more, I think the Go was $50 less than getting a PS3. Yeah, PS3, $50 less. So think about it. PSP Go, you can't download any freaking UMDs to this thing. You know, this little thing right here. Yeah, this thing right here. download into it, or you buy yourself a PS3. I think I went for the latter. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I mean, it wasn't big of a piece of crap, you know? To this day, people still collect the PSP. This is not my original PSP model, guys. I bought this on eBay for $28. And I'm going to show you the reason why it probably sold for that less. Let me see if I can get it to go black. Hold on. You see it? Comes on for a split second. I'll show you again. You see it? The lines? Okay. So the guy who had this didn't treat this really well. Anyway. What are we going to be doing? So in this episode of The Gamer's Vault, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take apart this PSP. We're going to place the OLED screen on it and give it a different screen. Not modern, just a replacement of the black, nasty looking thing. And we're going to take a look inside and see how it was built. Because this thing must have been built really well. Because you still got great graphics for 333 megahertz. I mean, Jesus. A Pi is really good. And you guys seen that compared to this. But people still use this to hack. Which, by the way, that's going to be in our future episodes. We're going to also hack this PSP. And then I ordered a case for the PSP as well. And that's coming in the mail. And unfortunately, it comes from China. It's aftermarket. And it's going to take a while to get here. So this will always have a to be continued model for it. I'm also going to show you the hacked version with the micro SD converter I just showed you just now. And it's going to show you more space you can put in here. Unfortunately, you can't upgrade the wireless, and who wants to? I mean, forget about it. It's a 802.11b for Christ's sake. Seriously, who does that? $28, guys. Mine is complete in box. It's sitting on my shelf, so that one I'm not gonna hack. It's original. This one I don't really care too much about, so you guys are gonna see this. The Go is gonna go back on my shelf because it's still mint condition. I don't own more than one, so that's going to go back on my shelf. Yeah. That's what we're going to be doing in the next future episodes of The Vault. And we're going to be touching back on other past products as well. I also want to show you something else. This. So, you ever had one of those nasty looking yellow consoles that you see at a thrift store and you're like, hell no, I ain't picking that up. How much you want for that? No way. You might think twice about this. We all know about RetroBrite. I don't want to concoct something like RetroBrite. So, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be using. This is a girl's hair product. It's 40%, I think. No. Yeah, 40 volume, percent of peroxide. Peroxide is what you use today at the store, right? It's about maybe like 5 or 10%. It's really low. It really is. It's only supposed to be used to disinfect. That's what it does. That's the bubbles that come out of your cut when you get cut. This is like 5 times as much. So before you use this, kiddies, put gloves on. Anyway, another future episode, I'm going to show you how to reverse the yellow process in a console. See? I got episodes coming, guys. I have a yellow console here, and I have to order some special stuff for it, too. But you're going to see that in a future episode of My Vault. But the main thing is this. I'm going to stop talking, guys. I really am. I just wanted to give you at least a little update on the channel, and I appreciate you guys waiting for so long for these episodes. Believe me. I think about it all the time. Oh, I didn't do an episode this week. Well, I'm going to be doing one. Matter of fact, I did check my eBay. That's where I get a lot of my parts from. And I'm going to check with you guys live again. So let's go ahead and bring up my eBay here. And let's see. The screen arrived to my location. At least my post office location. It arrived recently, and it'll be here tomorrow. That's what they told me. So there you go. That's one. And of course, they still have screen protectors because after I replace, that's the best thing about the new one that's coming out. After I replace the screen, I have a new front black bezel for now. I'm gonna put on top of this thing, just so I can take it with me to work because I kind of like to play this again. After it's hacked too, I'm gonna show you guys to put 64 gigs, not megabytes, like it really originally came with. I'm gonna show you to put 64 gigs into your PSP. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time on The Vault. Take care.